Wah, 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 wah. I accidentally put it at 9 a.m. I wasn't even awake at 9 a.m. Anyways, it's 9:30, which is when I plan to do it. Plan to stream. So, hello. Also, yeah. Alright. In we go. Oh, no. Never mind. Not in we go. Does the game know what Warframe is? Does OBS know? There we go. OBS knows what Warframe is. There we go. The 7 Citrine to free the Prime from the DE data vault. Yeah. Oh my good. Oh, okay. I mean, we could. We could theme them after the 7 souls. That would be a lot of work. That would be a lot of work. But it is doable. So like for example, we do. So okay. Full disclosure, I have more. I'm more aware of the flowers in chapter 5 than I am of the assignments of the souls in Undertale. But we still could make something out of this. Right? Because I remember blue being something like this. Oh gosh, wait. Oh. What the Sigma? Good question. Oh, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start trading, cause we need this. Oh, cause we need the cowboy hat, cowgirl hat, whichever. Right, and then we can do yellow. I'm trying to do aqua. Loki, a chopped community member? Why would you be chopped? If you're here in my community, you're already not chopped. I mean you may, but I mean, if you genuinely wanna like help, you could gift it, but I don't wanna come off. Oh my gosh! I just realized my timing. Goodness me. I don't wanna come off as like begging for stuff. I think my gift box is open, but sorry, I just looked at the Q&A chat and someone said, "Are we feed pics when?" And I'm so glad to be in the Warframe community. Did I? Yeah, it's in my wish list. Don't get me the full thing though, that's expensive. That's a lot of black, and I'm not. I do not expect that from anybody because, good gravy. Apple is okay. Apple is one of the OGs, if not the OG. First of all. And then second of all, like, I don't know if y'all see the stuff he gets up to in the Discord, but that's awesome, you know. That's what I'll say to that. Like, I don't know if we're still on the saga of making like 20 different Honkai Star Rail accounts, but that was such a thing to behold, and yeah. Okay, I don't know if I want to have a snow globe as big as. Sorry, once again, this is what was Hydro thinking? What was Hydro cooking? Like another episode of what was Hydro cooking, because it's bad. I mean, okay, alright. I feel a bit embarrassed to be like accepting donations, but I appreciate your kindness, so okay. Sure. Why not? Anyways, now that you're here with me, let's farm Tiana Pass together. You know, as a treat. As a treat. As a way of saying thanks. Honestly, probably should not be running Bubble Tea in the Tiana Pass. It should probably just be running Sartha, because you just want a full aggro, and then Frost is probably still the best. I don't know if I want to run just Silence. Why'd you get... Oh, wow, okay. It says, you know, you went like, what? And then, like... for some reason, it's offering for... Yeah, it's offering to translate you saying what? Okay, what's a good arcane? Okay, in Blessing, you get like 1,000,000 of those, time a dozen. Expertise is all the rage, right? Here's 6 of it. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Oh, all right. That's quite okay. Well, oh, okay. Okay. It's not. That's not gonna be the entire thing, right? I don't. Oh. doesn't even show up here, so I don't even know why. It'll definitely get me the signal, which was what we were going for. So let's do that. I don't really play Mesa that much anyways. Right. This is, yeah, 400, so we are not doing that. However, we are doing this. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the nonsense I get up to enough that you want to do this. I appreciate it. Because nobody like owes me for enjoying the stream, but it's always appreciated. Yeah, alright. Now we can outer rune yellow. Oh, he does have black outlines, so we could just stick to black for that. And then it's very funny that, like, basically the only way to color these guys is just to use the one, like, color. Except, like, not exactly. Like, there's, like, slight variation. And so I kind of have to just browse through my collections of colors to see what shades I can bring up. Now, the thing about yellow is that it's not like a greenish yellow. It's more towards the red, it's more towards red than blue, as in more towards orange than green. Should go the extra mile for it's okay. Again, yeah, you're not here to pay me, you know. We're just here to hang out. So any bit counts, and I appreciate it. So thank you. Okay. What's it? How's that? Delta Chris is non-binary. Have you heard that song? Wait, what the? Oh, right. Delta Root Susie is a girl, that's me. Delta Matthew as a hat, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna add the offsets, right? Like the axis, they're gonna change the axes soon, right? So I don't have to worry about that too much. Right now, oops. Come on. Come on. What? Gasser pirate meme post song? Oh gosh. It appears I am out of the loop. I didn't know there was one. What other things? I guess like the belt, right? So sigil, front sigil. Let's see. Can we make that's gonna be a womb tattoo. We're not going for that today. Lotus Deliverance. It's very unfortunate that for the shortest moment it looked like something very bad to me, because somebody showed me a very unfortunate sight the other day, which was that they had encountered somebody using such unfortunate sigil in the wild. Yeah. And that is not something we want to promote on this channel. Oh, this is the outline. Sure, let's just make it black. Then Y offset? Oh, that's the furthest down it goes. Really playing the game so avoiding the pirate gaster theory is... Wait, you're telling me there's merit to the pirate gaster theory? I thought they're just messing around when people are going Chips Ahoy land, word I can't say on stream. Like, you're telling me that's like, okay, sure, of course it has merit. Right. I don't even know what that could mean. It could mean anything. It Gosh, I love Deltarune. It's such a the story. It could be any. It could be anything. All right. So, oh wait. Doesn't really have anything on the back, does he? First of all, attachments, Seraphir, Syandana, Ephemera, I think. I don't really know what. I mean, we could keep it. It's just a bit. I don't know why we would. And then for the Syandana, we don't really want Conqueror Uplift. We could. Oh. Because, I mean, it just adds a little bit of volume to the back. What else do we got? No, not really. No, too vampiric. Not sure why he's packing his lunchbox. I mean, honestly, you could just kind of toss this in, and that would be golden. Right, copy the main colors. Okay, maybe let's lighten it up a little bit. A different no, that's a bit too. Make swap these two. There we go. Right, because it's not gonna well, actually, maybe we should just have both of them be dark. Yeah, I've just got my dog jumping around. Right. Yeah, okay. That works. What do we want this? Because this could be kind of... Nah. Too much volume. There's not a spoiler. Okay. Yeah. But it's still such a... Okay. I guess so, huh? I do have 7 citrines. Okay. Today's episode of What Was Hydro Cooking? This is such a... These are colors. These are colors. Okay. Yes, I've seen that one, and oh, have I put it in the Discord? But there's this other one which is like which is world revolving, but it just goes like, I am Clown Guy from Downtown. I like chaos too. Have let it go round and round. I just like the whoever is singing it, like, I like his voice because it's so hello, you know, it's that kind of like villager news kind of voice. Yeah. So no, not sign down. I actually want to go signal. Could this do anything? I mean, that actually might. Hmm. This is why we need the other axis. Nothing is exactly a bow on the top of the head. Okay, it's out of the camera, but I don't think that's gonna work. This might. Oh, okay. This could be something. This could. It is such a shame that the original Citrine texture, like, has such a, like I get it because it's meant to be stone, but because of that, the material just doesn't do bright colors really well. So if I really wanted to, I'd probably have to use Celestis, like, just for, yeah, just to get the stronger color. In which case, we don't really want to use the signal, because that kind of clashes. It just turns into horns. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with you, and let's go. Go with black, and then put nice bit of bright red in there. And then yeah, because her colors are even less variated. I'm not sure if that's the word, but they're even less varied. There we go. Because she's small. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly why, but it seems to be why. This kind of goes back into being horns, but it might be okay. Okay, and then yeah, so she has even less variation in her colors, which is not a bad thing. It does make life easier for me. This is freedom of TV. I'll keep it brief, but I don't like to dance and not running pants, cause yeah, so yeah. Alas, as you called it, the Delta Rot, it's just, yeah, it's just not many pixels to work with her. But I think we could probably do the bright red, and then we can just have the black be this color channel instead, because like her shoes are red, and then like her little like like bandana or whatever it is red, so go with that. And now I don't know if we want to just use the good old skirt ephemera, because I'm not sure if it's a bit much for her is the thing. In fact, it might be cooler to use. Yeah. I would. Yeah, this is what I had in mind. Cause right. No, it's not quite this. But this would be pretty neat, I think, because like that's how we meet. That's kind of like how we meet her, is with all the knives and everything. So yeah, all right. That, I think that's kind of, yeah. And then gonna check the floor. It is Miss Color. I can do anything except not wait for still. It is the thing I bring. Okay. So we've got aqua, we've got yellow, we've got blue. I wonder if there's more we could do with blue. Because I feel like signal wise, we have a few options. We've got this one. That's not really a ponytail. Because they kind of have some sort of like dreads ponytail thing going on, don't they? I mean, that's kind of got it. Let's go with this. Oh, okay. Oh, we need that axis. Oh, we need that axis so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go with this. And I think colors wise should be fine, except maybe let's go with a lighter blue. No, we want slightly desaturated. Where's my color? Ah, transmission, there we go. Kind of here. Yeah. Alright. I think we got that. First we can do a ponytail. You've started to explore my dojo. Railjet room goes hard. Yeah, I didn't do that actually. My friends did that. Like I'm like basically clan leader because nobody else is in this clan because it was run by like these two friends who played for like ages, and then I was like, yeah, can I use it? Like, or rather, I was like, can I join the clan so I could like craft some stuff? So yeah, this is my clan. It's literally just me. I mean, I maybe could make it into like a hydro potato clan, but I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Something I can think about, but have not really thought about yet, so I wouldn't really act upon it until I've decided. And then who else do we have? Who do we have? Who do I know, rather? Seth. How do we... Okay, let's swap you, just... Okay. I myself, I think I am in some, but this is not the case for me. I am so very far from you. That's quite nice, right? You know, we have Fumilo Signa for the Lavos Deluxe. And I was thinking like, oh, that's kind of sick, but like, before I even had to get that, now we have the Kaizen Signal. Which is probably what I'm going to use here. You know, I've never thought, you know, like, where's Citrine's eyes? It just never occurred to me. I was always just happy to not think about where Citrine's eyes might be. But now I have to kind of think about it just a little bit. Nah. Okay, anyways. Spanton, Drew Spanton is my fucking name. I am secret boss of Delta Ruin Game. This is... yeah. Yeah. I've been on the internet a little bit. I've been on the internet. Just a bit. And again, like, I think I mentioned it before, but one of the lovely things about Deltarune and Twitter is that you just never know when something is a spoiler or not. So I can blissfully appreciate everything in there, and at the end of the day, anything could have been a spoiler, and I just won't know. So again, green big naturals caster with who's a pirate, like is that in the game? Who knows? Who knows? And that's the beauty of it. I think I think more games need to possess that level of whimsy where you just, well, I mean, obviously not every game needs to have that level of whimsy, but some games at least need to take themselves a bit less seriously and just allow the game to just reach a point where it's like, okay, what's going on? Warframe kind of has this where, I mean, the running joke is like, oh, what is Warframe even about? Because I mean, yeah, it's like we've reached a point where most of the story is kind of rule of cool. The rest of it is, oh, we'll make it up as we go, and yeah. Okay, now obviously Seth kind of has to have the Dante animation. Like, it's kind of a given, because, you know, they've got the book. So we'll do that. And then Cyan Dano is probably going to be a real long one. This could... Oh, actually that does flow quite nicely. Let's look at the other options. Oh, these are kind of the same, except different colors. Let's go with this one. Let's go for the main colors. How's it look? It actually looks pretty good already. Wow, alright. Did not expect to be that easily done with sets, but here we go. Just change this into a purple, because the only reason why I put the white here is so that we have the one white eye. Everything else being white is just kind of a bonus. I mean, the shoes are kind of white, and we can't really fit that in, but I just got that. It's a risky philosophy. It runs into major risk if you enjoy the ship art. I guess it's the question of how invested you get in each ship, right? I think my favorite is that person with a bunny girl OC who self-shipped with Toriel. I think that one's probably gonna be canon. I'm sure. Animation. I think we will use. She's more of a. She's a bit more of Mirage than Yareli. As much as Yareli would have feels right for her, she's too jumpy for that. Oh wait, no, actually, what am I saying? Let's actually give her Yareli, because Yareli does also work. Yareli is more teen, unfortunately, than kid, but no, we'll stick with Mirage, and then Blue, which I don't think I've seen Blue in the game, by the way. I've seen Blue's door, but I don't think I've seen Blue, actually, now I think about it. But Yeah. What's Blue seems to be a sort of ballet dancer, so we'll go with the Wisp Noble. Always bet on self-insert. Exactly. Mm. Mm. Yeah. And then yeah, Soul the Soul X caster, I think that one's probably gonna be canon. Is there anybody? I mean, there's Flowery, I guess, but Flowery isn't one of the. Well, I mean, I don't know yet. Flowery could be one of the souls. Hmm. Interview as a Rev, she likes Whimsy, she likes Kim Dog Days, and the current ones, Grimdark and Not Eating Raw. I mean, we saw it with Folly's Hunt, you know, there's a level of grim and, like, discussing darker topics. There's space for it. It's just that you gotta vary it, you know, you gotta mix it up a little. But yeah, I think all the 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 like characters in chapter 5 that I fully know. There is one more which could be a soul, but I don't know is a soul, and so I'm not going to put them as a soul because I don't know. I don't actually suspect that character is a soul is another thing. So I'm just kind of like could be, but I don't know. I think 7 meter should be fine. Of course, we could just go with Amara's Hatred for just the slightest bit of ability strength, which would just mean that we have space to run continuity for more silence and more freeze force. You have to join, but you have to serve dinner. Chroma serving? Okay, okay. For real though, I hope you have a lovely dinner. Or have a lovely serving dinner. I'm not really sure what you mean by serving dinner. I don't know if you're like, that's like your work or something, but whatever the case. Or maybe it's just for the people in your house, but whatever the case. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the platinum. I'm going to swap to the Asia region because that's where a lot of people actually play Tiana Pass. It's like that one thing, you know, like I may think like, oh, you know, like Asia region is like it's got all these issues, right? But the one thing that they do have, I don't know why I'm running Crux instead of just Deadhead here and then putting something else, but the one thing that they do have going for them is the fact that the people that actually farm Tiana Pass. See, I hit it, and already I have found a group. Well, it's just one other person, but so. Also, most Asia region Tiana Pass players are gonna be Titanias, so it's actually quite reliable to queue in as Vauban or as Frost, because you're 9 out of 10 times gonna end up being the defender, and I really like that, because I wanted to be the defender. You cook for the household. Ooh.
Old war. Warframe.
You put on the apron or the... Well, I guess you should put on the apron and the chef hat, but you know. What kind of chef aesthetic do we have here?
Smash the crystals. Take the genes. Do the science. My two men get stronger.
Okay, well, it seems our dear Mesa is gonna be the defender. Which kind of makes sense considering how Mesa plays, so... Alright. You know what, girly? Here is Freeze Force. Since you probably need it more than I do if you're doing most of the Mirror Deer. Where my okay, Sarsa is there. She's just kind of not committing war crimes right now. I guess she's giving space for the Mesa to get stuff done.
Collecting a critical mass of Citrine's remnants will create a prismatic ward to these crystals.
Is this person new to might be new to Tiana Pass, so that's why they're doing either role, or maybe they're just not used to coordinating in a team for Tiana Pass. Which, to be fair, you know, we are on Publix. You get anybody, you know.
Forces are mounting an assault.
There we go. There's a big pop. Don't you check the floor? It is miscolored. Oh, I can do it.
Do you know the story of Belric and Rania? Lovers whose guardian Warframe tried to save them by encasing them in her crystal. It is their remains, and the connection forged between them that you are protecting.
The big load of this. The morphosis. This is not a dish. Fountains. Put lock me up like this. Where did that thing go? We got that's the way we got nullify. Nullify is no longer insta profit. We just took a lot of damage. Anyways, now we have a Titania, which makes life so much easier. But yeah, as I was saying, like, you're guaranteed in a public lobby in Asia to get a Titania. Okay, Balala left. Well, that's a shame. I don't know. I didn't even know they joined. Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe they accidentally clicked Tiana Pass and then it insta popped and then they're like, oh, great. Coordinating in Warframe. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Instead of coordination, we just have prediction. Like, who do you think the teammates are gonna be this time? One more. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much.
My tube men are endless, Tenno. Are you?
Belric the Bold and Rania the Clever unleash the infested on Deimos forever. Left, right. Garbage right.
Having a week of outnap, Krill? Rodents in your house, Krill? Thieving rodents. Make me come to Mars, do your job for you. Smash the crystal, break the tunnel. No genes for you.
And the customer in the clothes store is being too uncooperative. No jeans for you. I also like the idea that like Rev forgot that voice chat existed. She was like, oh yeah, we added that now. I'm like, oh, nobody uses this. I love the Foreman. Sometimes you just randomly get 10 million. I don't even think it has multi. Does it have multi CO? I don't think so. I don't remember it having multi CO. Who knows? It's a whimsical little feature, and that's what we love about it. Okay, how do you guys get in? Okay, MR11. I was gonna be like, do I stay sore time to
Trouble on Venus.
Gemini emote, and then I realized you have an MR11, so let's just in case, you know, don't wanna spoil that for them. Because I reckon the average person who's caught up with the story is probably MR
If either crystal
like
is destroyed,
well,
the tunnel
17ish.
collapses. Do not let that happen.
Like general normal pacing. Obviously, you could get it all done in about 24 hours. It's been done, but the average player, I would think, I would hope also, gets it in about MR18, MR17. Any earlier than that is kind of what are you doing? Oh yeah. I think power on strikes are out there enough that it's fine to use. Plus, you don't really see the operator unless you're really looking at me when I do it. Someone should do that for a stream? Do what? I was yapping and I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore. Oopsie. It's just me or is Frost Trooper, whatever it's called, Freeze Force, messing with status waiting. I mean, I don't think Woman Prime is insane status chunks, but I thought I had more. That's fine though. And then putting Freeze Force on Sartha means that everything she uses gets frozen. Like everything she hits gets frozen too. Oh, trying to beat them in 24. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, huh? Someone should do a stream. I hope their internet and their computer can last the entire 24 hours, you know, so the stream keeps going. Of course, not that there would ever be any issues with their computer or PC or anything when they try to play and complete the whole of Warframe for 24 hours. Yeah, that would never. Complications like that could never possibly happen. Honestly, poor guy. Poor kid. Even.
Rodents snatch crystals from sick demos. Stashed one on Venus. Stashed one on Mars.
Where do you get Void Proc from? Someone out here is Zathai? Maybe Mesa. I think I have, yeah, I use Zata on my Mesa, actually. Because it's like, you get 14 stacks of impetus with secondary encumber. Which is quite funny, because it means you have a really nice amount of efficiency, which is like the main issue, is just sustain. So yeah, you just run Zatas and you get 14 stacks of impetus. It also synergizes nicely with Shatter Shield because Shatter Shield is like, it's pretty good DR, but well, you got Shooting Gallery, and then you've got Shatter Shield, and then you've got Muzzle Flash if you really want to, and then now you have Zatas. So enemies just have like a million different inconveniences before they can even try and hit you, which is super nice. I think that is probably her best survivability. It's just the fact that like it's hard to get hit as Mesa. So Zatas is also la-di-da-di-da, whatever, strong damage, crazy thing. Red crits showcase, I'm sure, but like, even beyond all that noise, like, genuinely a fun subsume on Mesa just because of its added utility. I don't know why this person is peeing X Ultra. She speaks Zappa. It felt a little bit evil, like whacking it through the floor. Sorry, that sounds a bit, I don't know. But, like, hammering misery through the floor. That sounds even worse. That sounds like I squashed a poor fellow. I hit him so hard, he went through the floor. No, that's not what I did. But
these crystals formed on Deimos ages ago.
yeah.
Now they are being exploited by smugglers. Belric and Rania deserve better than that.
Doing the daring feat of asking if they want to go for 8 waves or 12. Most people just do 4 and then re-queue, but when you have like a solid DPS, a solid crystal, solid gem grabber, crystal collector, you know, and then a defender like this is such a nice team comp. I wouldn't mind running this like for longer. And then we have Sartha just kind of blowing everything up. Good time. Plus also the attempting to chat in Asia region is also just a mixed bag in which most of what you get is just no response, but who knows? Team comp is Gem Alert, as is Citrine. It is a bit of a shame that like she doesn't run that well, like she doesn't play that well on her own farm, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just kind of one of those things where I was like, oh, like when I got Citrine, I was like, oh, okay, she's got like this gem, and I was like 90% DR, and I was like, oh, the 90% DR does not affect defense targets from what I saw. I think. Because it only really affects players. It doesn't even affect like companions. So it wouldn't affect the defense objectives. that was kind of a shame. It's kind of a missed opportunity, like, in my opinion, because we could have had, like, Citrine farming Citrine more easily, but no. Like, the Gats can farm, the Vein Thorns quite easily. Yoreli can, well, Yoreli's is a quest. But in theory, if you already had a Yoreli, you could do the Wave Rider quest. Nidus can handle infested salvage quite well. I mean, Frost is just tanky, so even though Frost doesn't really have much to do on the boss fight, it's, you know, Frost can basically tank the boss fight. Rhino versus the Jackal is very good because of the knockdown immunity from Iron Skin, and of course Roar being a very good source of damage to hit the shoulders because there's no headshot multiplier from what I recall, I think. But yeah. Then I'm gonna try to get Citrine. First you want to get Citrine. I mean, okay, well, okay, when you put it that way, I guess. But, I mean, my point was also, like, it'll be fun to have a Citrine, to farm more Citrine. Like, cause then it becomes that thing of, like, okay, this was, like, a bit of a challenge, at least if you're early game, right? It's like, oh, it's a bit of a challenge to get this character. But once I have this character, this piece of content is easier. And that's like their corresponding content, you know? Again, the gas in Vein Thorn, to farm Vein Thorns kind of things. Use the stones to, well, more like use the stones to craft the stones, but yeah. What a name also, this female of mine, Lunar Vow Crimson Love. That's so cool. I wonder if it's like a Chinese phrase or something, because, you know, we are in the Asia region, a lot of the players are Chinese. But yeah, I wonder if like it means something special there, like whether it's like related to a story, because some of the like phrases, like the sayings in Chinese are like tied to specific stories. Cool name. Also, was it just me, or because I remember, I think Red went to like Hong Kong or something, right? And then like, oh, did Red go to Hong Kong and then like a little bit afterwards the standards were implemented? I can't remember, but I feel like that's what happened. I just remember the standards being like in recent history, and then also Rev going to China. So I wonder if those two are also correlated now I think about it, because like now she's looking at Equinox, and you know, Equinox is, even though she says, oh, don't expect an Equinox rework yet, you know she's putting it on, you know it, she's taken notes, she said so, she's taken notes. And she is gonna get that rework going at some point. It's just a question of like, when she can fit that in, because it's gonna need a lot of time in the oven to cook up a cool Equinox rework that really fits her and really like feels good to play. Remember the 4000 LP Chinese super server? Ooh my, what the world is that? What is the Super Server Lease and Bronze Smurf incident? I mean, I know what smurfing and bronze is, if that's what you mean, but like, what the gravy? I think the Arca Plasma is still just gonna be one of the better weapons for this game mode, but peace. Yes! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! Oh yeah, why don't we, Electric School. Oh, I could kiss those metal feet of yours. It's League of Legends me. Oh no. The Chinese server is so much larger than any of the Western ones, so the LP numbers are high and they're just going, oh god. That sounds like a conundrum. You can say next to you are filled with determination. I mean, already cause I've got a cousin who's like really I've got a cousin who's like a child, you know, like just sorry, not a cousin. I've got a grand sorry, what are they called? A niece, yeah, a niece. My niece is like, well, actually no, just the fact that I have a niece, right? But then like my brother is like a kid, right? So when my brother realized like, oh yeah, that's not my cousin, that's my niece, and he was like, I'm punk, and then he went, I'm old. In the Gerson Boom kind of way. That's like one of the things he just loves saying. He's like, I am old. My boy, let Blackrock do. I bid you adieu. Anything to get. Anything. Just those shiny metal feet of yours. Could help me collect some samples. Yes. Bring them. Not the kind of people you can. Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, yeah, that's the reason why I'm still taking a while to finish chapter 5, just because I am playing it with him. Because of that, at least. I like stuff like back in the earlier chapter, and it's like, Merry Christmas, and then we have that. It's also just my sister and I call it the wokest child ever project, or just wokest child ever, where like cause of the fact that like he has both of us as his siblings, he's just exposed to like queer things in general more than like the average person his age. And as a result, he's more aware of like, oh, okay, yeah, trans people are people, and that's completely cool. Like, he doesn't know I'm trans because the thing it's not because he would have a problem with it, but because not everyone in the family would be on board. Not like the direct family even. I mean, direct. Oh, anyways. But more so the extended family. We don't know how many will take it well, and I still want my my Chinese New Year angpaos, so we are gonna, you know. I am gonna be like, I'm just gonna hold on to what's the word? Not plausible deniability. Well, maybe it is, but to you know, being neutral about these things, and just never explaining, never elaborating. Just keep them wondering, you know, really. Keep them on their toes. But yeah, as a result, like, he at least just knows of like that transgender people exist and that they're just people. And that already is more than the average person his age. So he's like, yeah. Like, I think one point he was like, yeah, protect trans kids. And I was like, oh, where'd you pick that one up? Because, yeah, but what? Okay, like, this is just kind of in the middle of something. It wasn't even like specifically talking about trans youths. So, yeah, it was just quite funny in a good way. But yeah, so like not even like intentionally, so to speak. Like, we never really planned to like, I mean, we're his siblings, you know. We're not trying to raise him. That's mom and dad's job. But like, just by like existing, kind of, we somehow managed to assist in bringing up the wokest child around. We're crafting John woke. We really are. Yeah, that's a true gay agenda. It's to just be so chill that people start to like just pick up everything. It's also kind of funny, like, because he knows that people look at me and they go, oh, and to my younger brother, they're like, oh, is that your sister? And it's like, well, yes, but but I'm not gonna say it out loud in front of him because, yeah. Oh, what was the thing? Because like the rest of the family doesn't, like extended family doesn't know necessarily. It means that like, if he knows, because he's a kid, right? He's gonna want to make sure everyone gets it right, you know. When he first found out that I had a girlfriend, he was trying to, we kept having to shush him because he kept trying to tell random people that I had a girlfriend, and it was like, hello, like this is my news, you know. But we just wanted everybody to know, because he's a kid, you know. Everybody's gotta be in on the truth, so to speak. Everyone's gotta know these things, at least in his mind. So yeah, as a result, it's just kind of like like worst kept secret, first of all, but you know, for the sake of not having him too passionately spreading the word everywhere. Significant Hydro lore? I mean, it's just one of those things, you know. It's a fun thing to consider. You never think about it, but like, well, I mean, sometimes I wonder even, like, if my time as an intern, right? Has it like encouraged anybody to be like, oh, actually, you know, met this person who I couldn't really tell what the gender was, or like this person who was it looked like a girl and had quite a deeper voice, you know, because or like, oh, I thought this person based on like might have been a guy but went by a girl's name. It's like I know that people who don't really know, like, or I've never really experienced people like me, like, they're gonna have very interesting ways of looking at me and people like me, and that's fine, because, you know, everyone's got their first impression, right? But I always wonder, and I always hope also,
somewhere,
if,
Citrine still seeks to protect Belric and Rania. Collect your remnants to fulfill
if,
her purpose.
I could have been someone's, like, good experience that makes them go like, oh, okay, well, this, because I've met, Hydra, or like, because I've met a person who's some form of gender non-conforming, and had a really good experience, I'm gonna wanna be chill with, like, more people like this, or other, just, like, realize that, like, anytime this topic is brought up, like, oh yeah, you know, I've met people like that, and they're chill, and they're nice, right? But that's not why that's not why I was, like, doing my best to be a really nice receptionist. That's just because I want to be a nice person, but I do have that added motivation of being like, well, if people see me and that's their impression of, like, trans, or at least gender non-conforming folks, like, will they see me and then go, oh, okay, you know, if this is what they're like, then obviously they can't be like, they can't be that weird, it can't be that much of a problem, despite the panics that some people like to spread out in the world. Incredibly silly. And I think people also just need to know that, like, queer folk are just people. I think that's one of the biggest things, is like, they're just people. I'm just playing a video game right now, like, we're just people. So yeah, the fact that my brother has this experience in some degree is like, it's great because he can at least be like, oh, okay. From what I'm witnessing from my family members, it seems like queer folk are quite chill, even if he doesn't know that we're queer, right? It seems like we're quite chill. So, yeah. Anyways, the reason why this goes back to Deltarune is that because he's been playing Deltarune, he's like, I hate lesbians. And then on top of that, like the whole thing with Chris's gender, like he's taking a while, and you know, non-binary people, like the whole idea of being non-binary, I can understand it not fitting as easily in people's heads because when you're used to the binary, like just the 1 and 2, so to speak, like you think it's impossible to really stray from the two and be neither, or like an extra thing, but he is kind of getting there. Like, he takes a bit, but we are kind of getting there with at least getting him to properly they them, because currently he keeps using any pronoun, which is a little funny as well, but you know, it's not how it goes. Game theory out of right? It's like, it was like, oh, I think Chris. He was like, well, I think Chris is a girl, and he was saying that because he wanted to ship Chris with Rousey, which is really funny because in his head, like even though it's fine to be gay, he just doesn't want to ship gay. But then he referred to Chris as a he, so it's just kind of like, well, buddy, I think you're still grasping with it. And again, he's a kid, right? I don't expect him to fully grasp everything. He's a kid, so whatever. But it's funny because like you can tell that there's gears turning, but not everything quite makes sense just yet, and that's fine. A lot of adults, it doesn't make sense to them either. But at least he has this exposure, so as he grows, he can also grow an understanding of like, okay, well, Deltarune and Chris is non-binary, and then there's Noelle and Susie and whatever's going on between them, right? And like, yeah. I think when it comes to the topic of like exposing kids to queer like things in general, it does boil down to how extreme it is and how much you expect them to understand. Because if it's like oh, you know, they're just there, like in the case of like in Deltarune, right, like they're just kind of there, like because being non-binary isn't like a huge thing, it's just, oh, that's just the pronouns you use, you know. And then similarly, like Susie and Noelle, like them being like whatever, like them being a sort of a thing, right, and like dating and all that, isn't like the it's a relevant plot point, but it's not a what's the word? Like the queerness is not the plot point. It's just, oh, they're dating, and like it's a side thing, so it's not that big a deal. That's the point. Is like if you wanna expose like anyone who's not a kid to this stuff, it's gotta just be like it's as just like, oh yeah, it's just a thing that happens. Because the whole point is you just want to humanize them. Because kids already just they just need to see, oh, it's people, you know. It's not like with adults, you know, they're looking at like rights, they're looking at like roles in society. Kids just want to know like, oh, is this a person or is this a monster, like a boogeyman? It's gonna be accelerated. John Warframe. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, that's my take at least. It's like they just gotta know that like it's a possibility, it's a thing that happens, and also that like the people the people who live this way are just normal, you know. They're just people. They're not like they're not some strange mythical beast. And that alone is already like... I thought it was gonna get a contagious bronze rock. Oh well. The fact that it's Yuri is not the big deal, is that it's the Yuri. I mean, it is the Yuri, so to speak, yeah. I think it's great that is there. And yeah, that is also just like it is there, it's canon, it's real, but at the same time, like it's not the queerness that makes them who they are. It's just the fact that they are, and it's just part of the story. In the same way that Albrecht and Lloyd, and Warframe is not for kids, you know, but I mean, adults need it too, right? The fact that Albrecht and Lloyd are like a thing isn't a plot point because they're queer. Obviously, people joke about the like, oh, the indifference is homophobic and stuff like that. And who knows? Maybe DE planned for that to be a sort of parallel, but the point was more so that like them liking each other is just a part of the story. It's not like, oh, Albrecht is queer and like, oh, we're gonna make a big deal out of that. It's just like, well, Albrecht has experienced love, and as a result, he has discovered that love can fight the indifference and stuff like that. And it's like, that's all you really need. In the HoloLive, like, okay, so I mean, I'm still an Artificer chipper, right? I don't know at this point. I feel like they just it's one of those like things where they won't say it because, you know, the idol culture or whatever, you're not allowed to like say you're dating someone or whatever, like whatever in that sense. But my point is like, it's the fact that like they're quite just chill about it, and everyone else is like, oh yeah, they're being cute together and all that. And like, I think Crony was saying like, oh yeah, they're like my parents. I was feeling like really like scared or something, and then I just asked to bunk with them. And it was like, it's the fact that like nothing about it is focused on the queerness, but rather people are just like, oh, they're cute together, and they're probably dating, and like that again, it's just the fact that it's there and it's normal. I think that's what a lot of people just need to also kind of get a grip on, because I think the labels, as useful as they are, have resulted in a bit of a, wow, this has never been seen or thought of before, and therefore it's hard for me to conceive, as compared to, oh yeah, of course it's a thing. People like people. Love is love, and the opposite of love is indifference, so saying love wins is critical. Exactly. Oh gosh, please. There we go, there we go. Alright. That's 8. Are we going on? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Alright. We're going for 12? We're going for 12. Let's go.
Prepare for incoming support.
And then who else shall we bring? Let's bring Clem. Alright. I see Avalanche should work on like everybody, right? I think so at least. Yeah, Kyle's got Overguard now. Brothers overguarded. Brothers are now CC immune. This good. I'll wonder if Tenno can give augment mod. Perhaps even secondary fortifier to Grappler. Like Big Gun. Big Gun has a secondary arcane slot. Tiana Passoid in her element. Look, I mean, I'm vibing. Like the fact I can just like go on and on yapping. I'm vibing. This is my mission. You know, if they made the overshield like scale instead of being a flat 6,000, we could have gotten like it would be possible, I think. Right now it would be incredibly difficult. It is still doable, it's just incredibly difficult. But it would be more doable if it was scaling to have like mirror defense level cap. Unfortunately, right now, a singular like Blitz Eximus would probably just remove, like, would just kill it. Also, because there's no shield gate, which is quite a conundrum, I dare say. But if they added like more, yeah, if they made the overshield scale better and all that, then we could get level cap Tiana Pass, which I would actually do if it was somewhat feasible. And also if it kept all the rewards, which I don't remember if it does, but I believe in its current stage it doesn't save your rewards. Like if you fail, because otherwise level cap Tiana Pass. Maybe someday they'll tweak it. I hope so, but not yet. But if someday they improve like mirror defense, I do think it would be awesome to do a level cap Tiana Pass. Conversation is a vibe, very John Wick with Carter and Rousey. Yeah. But I just press 1 instinctively as if I was playing Citrine. I'm not, but I'm just that in my hand movement that I think I'm playing Citrine. Brothers, take no damage to health because we are overguard. Brothers' health scaling to enemy level also very strong. Like, who else could I bring who would be kind of fun? I don't really know. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of contagious bond. Goodness. Alright, alright. There's a few things I would tweak about mirror defense in general. For example, Limbo should be able to pick up these gems from through the rift. I don't see a reason why not. And I can understand, oh, Limbo can't pick up like drops in the rift. Like, so maybe that's why, but I don't know. I feel like, also I can't remember if this is, oh, this is my Korra. I want to bring Korra in. I kind of wanted my Octavia, but I got them mixed up. I think my 2-star is probably the Octavia. But that's fine. We have a Korra now. Korra is also cool. We have a Nullifier here. Why do you have a Nullifier all the way in north? What a Nullifier doing in Arlington, Texas? Yeah, at least now we have Strangle Dome, which is very nice. Brothers have come to us. Consensus. Brothers stand Belric and Rania. Is he? Oh, yeah. Alright. That's fine. That's why I use Cogron in this mission. It's so that just in case we get a misery that does like Shadow of like, I don't know, Shadow of Violence plus Malice or something like nonsensical, just in case something like that happens, I can just like punch the ground a few times and it'll be all good. Okay, it's an interesting place to put your Strangle Dome, Korra, but you know, I respect that. Brothers play Tiana Pass. Citrine is good. Farming Citrine and farming mirror defense. Arcades. very good for brothers. When Tenno when Tenno cash in crystals with small, I don't know what you call that. With small butter. Maybe Carl can catch up with Blue Girl. Carl want to ask Blue Girl why she called him that rat. That's the one thing that like stops me from being like, oh okay, they could be kind of cute. Like even though people are like, oh yeah, your blue girlfriend and all that, right? Like I kind of get it, but at the same time, like, it's kind of like the first thing she said was a fat rat, and I'm like, girl, you can't be saying that with your full chest. Good gravy. But yeah, as a result, it's like it's problematic. There are certain things that people may consider problematic in shipping, but my one no-go is speciesism. Where is... oh, it's probably inside. That's fine. I'm sure that... no, the Titania is not going for it. That means I have to go for it. That's fine. It is more out of the way, to be fair. How did it make a sound of somebody losing their shield? Racers are getting close to peak, right? Yeah, it's true. Never ask an Orokin supremacist the color of their partner. But yeah, it's such a shame because otherwise it could be kind of cool. The serious stoic one versus the like more happy-go-lucky, like, it could work. It's just, yeah, my one deal breaker. Yeah, like, crystal positions like that is the reason why I bring the root box also. Cause like, otherwise it's such a tricky one to work around.
Prepare for incoming
Speaking
support.
of brothers, Carl took tea break. Brothers back from tea and crumpets. Arcane Energize is also just... I feel like it's a necessity with how much I'm casting Avalon. I wonder if it's... Oh no, it's like... I think that's basically Frost's biggest survivability at this point, because it's hard to get anything else. You can't really armor tank. I mean, you kinda could, but it's... No, you can't, because... they had... This was like... I mean, they did this with Chroma as well, right? I think it was Chroma? No, it was someone else. What was it? Where, like... They gave a high armor stat, and then the base health is, like, incredibly low. Oh, Chroma as well, I think. But, yeah. Where, like, you can... You get, like, really good armor, but it's hard to armor tank because the health pool is so low. Like, you can use... Oh no, it's probably not Chroma, because Chroma is Heat Ward, so it's not that bad. Carl thinks Rudy the Roaring is Roar Knight. How quite fond of transgender Rousey theory. I think that's one of the more fun ones out there. Cause like we get little tidbits here and there, and of course there's the question of like, is Rousey just enjoying femininity? There's also the question of like, are Rousey and Azrael like, are they like, is Rousey an extension of Azrael, or actually secretly Azrael somehow? Which would be quite adorable, but But yeah, I mean that's kind of also why there's the like, I mean I put in the Discord some fan art I saw of trans Azrael with Des. Which I think comes again from the Rousey theory, which I don't really. Okay, I'm neutral about these things, you know. Like, I think it's cute. I don't think it has to be real. I think it's cute. Like, if it somehow turns out to be canon, I would be quite pleased, both with myself and with Mr. Tobias Radiation Fox. But I don't expect it to be necessarily blatant canon. So, yeah. Arcane Battery Chroma, right? Oh wait, do you energy tank with Arcane Battery? Because I mean, you technically could, right? It's just that I don't think Arcane Battery works with no, not Arcane Battery. I don't think Quick Thinking works with most forms of survivability, which is kind of why people don't really use it. Because what I recall was, like, I searched around for, like, Quick Thinking and what it works with, and, like, even things like adaptation, it said it didn't work. Now I haven't done the math for myself, so I don't know, because alas, I'm not the engineer and I don't really know how I would like reliably math out whether it works. But if quick thinking does work with stuff like damage reduction, then maybe I use it. But also, even at base, the armor is so high that like... Well, I mean, my build also uses thermal transfer to trigger Amber Health Archon shards, which then results in more health. So I just kind of health tank. You're a quick thinker, yeah. Transworthy was a freaking war. I mean, yeah. It's one of those things where like you can tell the bad faith actors like quite easily by how up in arms they are about it. Cause if you're just like, oh, I don't think so, you know, then you're just kind of like, oh, I don't think so. But if you're like full on like a hater, like it shows, cause it's like, oh, it's no longer about Rousey or Azriel. It's about being trans inside the law. Okay. At which point, oh, okay, yeah, Titania's just kind of grabbing everything. That's kind of her job in this thing, to be fair. So thank you very much, madam. But yeah, it is kind of fun then to see who's left in it. Because there people were like, oh, I don't think so, just because like, you know, I mean like it's possible, but it just doesn't seem that like it'll happen. Like, you know, those people that I'm fine with, but like it's like, oh, my Tobias radiation Foxington would never inject the woke into his video games. It's kind of, oh, okay, whatever. I haven't heard someone say that specific phrase, but I've heard people say similar. And that's kind of my caricature of him. Nearly did not silence Mania. That could have been a problem. But it isn't, because I am the GOAT. Actually, no, Rousey's the GOAT. It's also just very interesting, like, the theories on, like, what Chris was. Although it's funny, because for some reason, okay, it's not funny and like abuse isn't funny, but it is funny that for some reason amongst all of the Chris like theorizing, suddenly Frisk has gotten a new fan theory, not fan theory, but like fanon. So Frisk has the chopped baby theory, where that's not a theory, rather it's just like a fanon like appearance, because you know it is all pixel art, so like there's only so much you can really see. But there's like chopped baby Frisk, and then there's like ugly baby Frisk, and then now there's like abused as a child Frisk, where it's like Sans is I saw this one that was like Sans going like, you'd be dead where you stand. And then Chris goes, huh, my dad used to tell me that. It means like, what? Like, like it's it's horrible, but it's also like, oh, like it's kind of funny. It's like, oh no. Supposedly armor and adaptation works on quick thinking. You didn't feel like it as you use it, but it's still a massive health bar. Yeah, um I think battery quick thinking is probably like the way to go. Also, yeah, I don't know if I want to use Foeman or whether I should just use... Well, I have two options. I could use an AoE weapon. Although maybe I should just put the AoE... I don't know. Because my other option was thinking like maybe the Tonka or something, you know. I don't know. Who knows? Nihumster, Chroma. Now this is my thermal transfer. That one's Profit Taker, and this one doesn't really have space for anything. Ice Spring. I think well, if you want my opinions on him, first of all, what is this? It should be heat and then electricity, and toxin and cold in different tabs altogether. But anyways, I think elemental ward should be recastable. I think that it should provide healing equivalent to the amount of health boost it gives whenever you recast heat. Similarly, electricity should actually restore the same amount of shields, which would be an interesting way to shield gate, but not so much a shield gate as much as it would be just a shield replenish. Yeah. I think ward should be recastable. And I find it weird that it isn't, because for like a brief few moments, you're just suddenly naked. You suddenly don't have health. One guy reviewing every tip? Yes. I don't remember every tip off the top of my head, but I love the extra section for Chroma. It's really cool. I do think FPG needs so much better, like, explanation on what it is. Because it doesn't really tell you. And especially that armor reduction bit is like the worst. Because it does look like an armor strip, but it's actually a self armor strip. Yeah. How Thunder act? Yeah. Well, in Cool Kid server, I actually had to ask this question. Because it really doesn't tell you much. I was saying, I'm having trouble with Thunder, I don't get how it works. Then it says nearby. It's not radial. It's a cone in front of you. Also, it doesn't show you armor per corrosive stat. Yeah. Also, it says Thunder armor, but it doesn't. It says increased corrosive damage. It doesn't say increases your armor as well. So it just sounds like an armor strip. Yeah. Just in general, this ability needs a bit more explanation, and of course, it needs to keep its armor stat up. In its current state, it's just incredibly finicky. But yeah. I don't know what this person is saying by this, but this person said I have the turret on E. So I just said, turret on E? Good for her. I don't know what E means. Is this like some rotation thing? I don't run an E in any rotation. It's only AABC. Anyways. Any features? Wait, I don't even need to put this shirt on. Nobody else is home. Sorry, your streamer is
Did you come
Very comfortable.
And then Citrine
At home.
the asteroid. Pow!
Otak does like to mix up his stories.
We could technically get an entire max rank Arcane Steadfast. However, before that, we need a commit. Okay, now we can get another max out Steadfast.
Together, we will build the.
But yes, congrats Torrid and Karnan on her transition. I didn't even realize Torrid had a gender, so good for her. Good for her. I hope. Oh, we need an Argon crystal. Don't even need puppy play because we already have C4T. Using Chesapeake Bro, just go pack leader. I don't know if I wanna do this. I probably don't wanna do this in a public lobby because I wanna leave the moment I have as many as I need, which is 2. And Cool Kid was promoting Saturn's moon, Titan Poteno. Cool Kid promoting T4T.
Your enemies have
I see you.
Fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Even though I don't think he's trans. I mean, you know, you can never know for sure. You never truly know. But as far as I know, but you know, he would be the kind of person, considering his follower, considering his community. I also find it really funny that Kabuchi was in that video about the drama mentioned this one Rattler gang member who I just remember being, I think she's trans, but more importantly, I just remember her being very funny. It was like, yeah, no, she hates me. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know y'all had beef, but also it was really funny. It was like, oh, I know this, I don't know this person personally, but like, I've seen that person around, and it's just really funny. Alright, who's beefing?
We've decided you're bad for business.
I've delivered a life support
Bad,
capsule to the area.
I'm bad, you know it.
Will buy you more time.
You know I'm bad, I'm bad. No weakness. Dreamers, we are and ready to get a Moa Spectre blueprint. Sad's also one who called Cool Kid Fandom Gulfagoa. Oh! Wait. Oh, we are on the same wavelength then. That's kind of funny. Cause like, I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm Gulfagar, but only the middle syllable. I think it's a bit of I mean, it's right there.
Tyto, prepare for life support.
one of those things I would say if like the general public wasn't like offended by it. Basically, if it wasn't a slur and it was just a funny way to say like people like me, like then I would. But alas, it is a bit of a sore point for some people. So
I've delivered another life support capsule.
in respect, I would not. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah, as you can tell. I mean, you were right about the vocal stems, Goma. You were right to tell me that chapter 5 is just vocal stem central. Oh, I have 3 argon crystals already. Okay, I didn't even realize. Leave it to me. It's so good though. It's so good. 4? Alright, we're eating good tonight. I mean we're eating argon crystals. Okay, that's like the least hot take when it comes to Warframe. Is like who would eat the argon crystals. I feel like so many people want to. At some point, DE just needs to release like a chain, like a little like gummy collab or something, some candy collab, and it's just argon crystals. Oh, it would be so good. Imagine they have like red, like actual argon crystal flavored ones. Like no, sorry. What am I saying? Argon crystal shape, not flavor. I don't even know what argon crystal is. But like argon crystal shape, and then they can do another one which is like they can do another one for like Kuva, right? And like they'll all be their respective like shapes, like the items in the game, right? You get Kuva, you get argon crystal. What other things are like things people want to eat from Warframe? Other than like Marie LaRue's sorry. Is that her name? Yeah. Sorry. Other than that, other than Sephiroth's, you know, like items, like loot in the game. What else is there? Like, yeah, we've got Kuva, we've got Argon. They're eating my flesh. They're on. Cutting the plant. Yeah. Zata. Yeah, what else would people... Oracle cells? Maybe? Oracle cells could be... something. Yeah. We need Oracle cell candy, we need, Kuva, we need, argon crystals. Would argon cells be like chocolate coin, like it's like a foil wrapped chocolate? Or would it be like an actual, just like something that's like silvery, like great? Rubito tastes like salt cubes? Rubito could taste like salt cubes, you're right. What do we got? Is it just under miscellaneous? The Archon shards could be their own candy series. I mean, people already call them fruit gushers. Pergolite's too new, I think. It hasn't really caught on as a food. Oh, it appears there's a delivery at my house. I'll be back in a little bit. Arkansas, the battery, it might taste like battery acid. One moment. Oh no, there was no one at the door. Oh well. Alcon Shard Jolly Ranchers, yeah. The Bone Fast Gummy collab was 2 out of 9? I'm sorry, they had what? Oh my. Okay, well the thing is, they didn't make them the shapes of Fast and Bone, did they? Looks like they just made them normal gummy ones. Which it is okay, but you know they gotta commit to it. Yeah. Yeah, it should be like argon crystals, Kuva, Arcan cells. And the Cacturos are a bit out there. I have a lot of a lot of these. Dang. 5k each. Nah, I'm gonna keep them for novelty. Forma should be a kind of cookie, I think. Forma would make a nice cookie. Yeah. Maybe just those 3, cause like you don't want to go too fancy with your like niche-ish custom like confectionaries. So yeah, just like yeah, argon crystals, arcan cells, and Kuva, which could be like strawberry. Yeah, it could be like grape. I don't know what an arcan cell would be. Maybe like a green apple, grape, green apple, and then like strawberry. Yeah, something like that, you know, like that would be peak. That would be peak. Speaking of peak, Citrine number 9, because remember number 8 did get subsumed, but Citrine number 8 is on her way. So by midnight, I'll be able to make a second one. I want to try the soup Soren made. I mean, again, a little bit more niche, but it would be funny to at least have like a little cookbook, not like a cookbook, but like a little recipe page for like how to make Soren's soups, like the Sirius soup and the Orion soup. That would be pretty cool. Ah, well. 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to call it here for today. All this talk. Well, actually, I'm not too hungry because I've been snacking as we've been playing. You wanna eat the unum? I mean, it is edible. When the night falls, you begin to freeze. When the night falls, I can guarantee that you couldn't quit. You had a momentary fix, but I'm in need. The Unum Tower would have to be a cake. Below 0 degrees. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. So, as always, be good to yourselves, take it easy, stay hydrated. I'll see y'all soon, I hope. Subscribe if you haven't joined the Discord, come hang out. And, yeah. Be good to yourself. And from Citrine, play Tiana Paz. And when the night falls, you begin to freeze. When the night falls, I can guarantee. When you couldn't quit, you found a momentary fix, but I'm all you need. And when the night falls, you begin to freeze. When the night falls, I can guarantee. When you couldn't quit, you found a momentary fix, but I'm all you need.